Okay, looks like we're finally working. We'll see if anybody actually shows up or not. Channel is still really young. We've got 80 subscribers at the moment, so I'm not expecting a large turnout, if anyone, but I thought I'd give this a shot and just see if anyone chose to show up. So, you know, what the hell? What can I say? I think I've got everything going. I'm trying to see if I can figure out what I'm doing. But I'm still not 100% on how this works and how. Hey, I see there's someone new on there. Thanks for joining. No clue what I'm doing, guys. So give me a moment to figure it out. Yeah, so I'll just talk to the recording at the moment. I do have a new video recorded that I'm going to be probably right after I get off of this, I'll probably be doing. So we'll see where it goes from there. Hopefully I don't jack this up. Whoa, I did. Have no clue what I'm doing, so overlook me. But anyway, I do have a new video coming out here very shortly. That's going to be about changes, something that I've dealt quite a bit with. So, and talking a little bit about how I deal with changes and, what's been going on, with me. So I figure I'll get that released probably shortly after. I've got it set to private right now. It's uploaded, but I do have to go back in and take a minute to put the graphic up, and I think that'll pretty much be it. But anyway, just kind of seeing what happens with this at the moment, because like I said, I have no clue what I'm doing. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how it turns out, because I have no clue. There ought to be like a tutorial on what you're doing, because I currently do not know, and I can't even see if anyone is on here at the moment. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it turns out. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button, so much better. I was getting to listen to myself for a moment, and that wasn't exactly what I was going for. So yeah, right now we've got no one but me at the moment. If any of you guys do want to join in on the video, please do. I'm going to type here real quick. Hopefully we'll have someone join soon. It's kind of hard to do all this when you don't know what you're doing and when you have a really, really tiny crowd. So, like right now, I have myself. But anyway, it is what it is. We're still trying this out. Hopefully I can get, hopefully as I can learn a little bit more on what we're doing, then I'll have, and we can get some more viewers maybe, then it might do a little bit better. So, tutorial on what you're doing, because I currently... But anyway, yeah, if you're hearing all this, it's because I'm still playing with all the controllers and trying to figure out what I am doing. So anyway, I guess I can still talk about some things since this will end up getting posted. Overlook the mess in my office. You can still see, I think, the wig in the corner, which I don't do. I'm kind of considering, doing extensions at some point in time. Sorry, Coca-Cola. Oh, Not a call out for product placement. I'd take one if they do one, but anyway, so if nobody joins, this will still be a good opportunity to kind of give an intro. So maybe I could give just a little bit of information on me, and then if anyone joins up, I'll share more and answer questions if I do get anybody. So a little bit of info. I am 35 years old, and I'm originally, I'm a Southern girl originally. I was actually born and raised in Virginia. Now I live in Ohio in the Midwest, and I am very much so in the Midwest because I'm out at the Indiana side of the state. So that's kind of been interesting being out here. Kind of knew that I knew something was different growing up, but as far as like being able to tell you what it was, I really couldn't. I didn't know. When I got a little bit older, I just kind of made the assumption that, well, I guess I'm gay because that seemed like the closest word to describe how I felt. So that was kind of what I went with. It wasn't until probably 10 years ago when I saw the I Am Jazz. Actually, it wasn't I Am Jazz, it was a Barbara Walters interview where they were interviewing the family of Jazz Jennings. And, it was probably one of the most enlightening moments for me, but it was also one of the scariest moments because it was the first time that I really had a realization of what was going on with me and why I was so uncomfortable and why I was so, well, uncomfortable in my own skin. So that was, a learning experience to say the least. And it scared the hell out of me because I wasn't really ready to confront that. So it took a lot of years of me trying to figure out who I was and who I wanted to be able to really start accepting who I was. 2017 was the big year for me. That was when I, for the very first time, started trying to deal with some of the problems that I had facing me. Hello, Maxine. Lovely to have you on here. I'm just running off at the mouth to pretty much no one because no one was on here, but it's great to have you on the channel. So what I was talking about was kind of a little bit on my background and where I came from, and everything that was going on with me and how I kind of discovered, who I was. So good to see you as well, Maxine. So when I saw the I Am Jazz special, that was really a scary moment for me as well as an enlightening moment. I don't know if anybody else is, a big I Am Jazz fan. That's like one of my favorite shows, and I'm a big fan of Jazz Jennings for all that, I think she does for the community, not just with the exposure, but her whole family have been, I think personally, I think wonderful. But anyway. So Maxine, anything in particular that you wanted to talk about? Anything I can address? I'm new at this, so be patient with me. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. You'll have to let me know too if this is actually going through because I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm kind of trying to figure out if anyone can see or hear. And since it was only me at the moment and I was just talking to the camera, it's kind of hard to know if anyone can actually hear anything I'm saying. So in the same boat. What do you mean, Maxine? Like, please, by all means, share. I'm happy to talk to someone. So I'm always interested in hearing what other people are kind of going through and what they've been dealing with themselves. Awesome. Thank you. Good to know that it's actually working correctly because I wasn't sure. I think this thing might work on a bit of a delay, so as best I can tell. So if I'm a second responding back to you, that might be why. Gotcha. Um, I've never tried. Are you doing like an at home? I've seen some people do. Oh, okay, 45-second delay. Thank you. I've seen some of these at home. I guess they're called epilators based on what you're talking about. But I've never actually used one before, so um, I don't know how those work, or I've heard some of them can be pretty painful. But then again, I've been doing laser for the past, well, almost year, and I know that it's pretty painful. I've got another one coming up actually at the 1st of March, I believe. Oh, okay. If I'm not mistaken, somebody I saw a video of someone using an pardon me, of someone using an epilator, and from what I saw, it was pretty painful. If I remember correctly, I believe it was Madison Kate, who does YouTube videos, who I am like a super fan of. Shout out to her. So anyway, I'm plugging for other people rather than plugging for myself. But so, how has the Braun epilator been doing? Are you seeing a lot of good results? Because I know with my laser, it feels like after I have a laser treatment, I'm miserable for days. I mean, like, it's not that it hurts for days; it pretty well goes away pretty quickly. But it's just I feel like I look like complete and total crap, and I need all the help I can get. So it's heavier makeup. Oh, you were? Okay. Fantastic. Well, I'm glad there's another Madison fan on here. I'm like super fangirl when it comes to Maddie, so I'm glad someone else from the channel, someone else that had watched and is a fan, is on here as well, because I can't say enough good things about her channel. I absolutely adore it and look forward to watching her content. Oh, so yeah, what I was saying, sorry, I get sidetracked and go down the rabbit trail or rabbit hole or whatever the hell it is. Um, so yeah, I know for me, like after I get a laser treatment, it is absolutely miserable because I have to do heavy makeup because I walk out looking like someone just beat me up pretty much from the cheekbones down. Um, I didn't know what to think after that first one, but it's done well for me. I just think that's so cool that here I am talking about this, and we're talking about epilators and all that, and then to find out that you're the one that had sent it to Maddie, that is just so cool. Looks like somebody else, I don't know, somebody came on the channel and then they came back off the channel. So if you do go on the channel, please feel free to say something and you know, chat and communicate. So yeah, anyway, it's pretty much an open session. Anybody that, I'm pretty open to questions, comments, anything anybody wants to talk about. I am pretty open. Overlook me with the sniffles and the cough. I've been dealing with this god awful cold for weeks now. I'm starting to wonder if I'm ever going to get over it. It's a little funny watching myself on this video because it's a little bit behind, so I'm seeing myself do all these hand movements. So I don't want to be boring. Anybody that's on here, Maxine, I know you're on here. Anybody else, if they are, I can't really tell. Um, but yeah, if anybody wants to talk about anything, please let me know. Because I don't want to just continue to run off on things that somebody's on there going, geez, I really don't care. Um, so hopefully everything is working properly, although I just lost view of the live chat, so I have no clue if I'm doing that correctly or not. So I'm going to kind of close off that page for just a minute, and then I'm going to try to open it back up and see if I can do anything with it. So I'm probably about to hear some, probably some sound kickback. I don't know. I lost view of the chat box for a moment, so talk about a seat of your pants operation. This is truly becoming one. Eating popcorn. Oh, well, that's great. I'm glad to know it's working well for you. Thankfully, I was pretty blessed, and about the only thing I really had to worry about was facial hair because, I ended up being one of those freaks of nature that never had any type of body hair, really, like chest or anything like that. It never really did anything. So I've been blessed on that, but I'm glad to hear that it's working out well for you, although it sounds like it's working out painfully well. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. So how long have you been using the Epilate or Epilate? I know I'm probably mispronouncing that, but how long have you been using it? Um, to get the results that you've gotten so far. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I would have the ability to deal with that. It's hard enough for me with just the laser. Oh, the third week of November. Okay, so you've got a little bit of time with it, at least. So that's good. Well, I'm glad it's working out for you pretty well. I've just, I said, I know the laser has been hell, and having watched Maddie's video on the epilator, I'm like, oh, God help anyone who's going that route because I don't know if I could take it. I'd probably still be like shaving every single day trying to deal with it, which thankfully it's gotten a whole lot better on that for me. So I'm not dealing with the facial hair quite as much. Oh, hey, Allison. Glad to have you join. Wow, this feels so cool actually having some people on here. Welcome to the channel and glad you're here on what's pretty much the first real live stream that I've done. Yeah, overlook me with the Coca-Cola. I'm going like crazy guzzling my Coke. I know it's not necessarily the healthiest thing for you, but I do love me some Coca-Cola, which is probably not a good idea since I'm doing a live stream. And I don't know if anyone else has been on like the spironolactone, but I tell people I can look at a cap of water and have to run to the restroom. So, oh, okay. So it gets a little bit better the more you're using it. That's kind of how it's been with my laser as well. When I first started doing it, it was just hell. That first appointment, the laser, the technician, whatever you call them, was like, just whenever you want to take a minute, I'll stop and just let me know. And it was like, no, please don't. Oh, you work for Coke. Oh, that is absolutely, when it comes to sodas, that is absolutely my favorite one. Please do not tell me any horror stories because I can't possibly find another soft drink. Well, I'm not going to say who I guess you could say work for because I'm currently on leave due to a downsizing, I guess you'd say, of the company, a position elimination. But let's just say that I work for a company, a retailer who is probably one of Coke's biggest customers. Oh my God, Allison. Yeah, that's kind of what I saw, but I don't even understand really how they work. I know obviously Maxine has had good results with it, but painful results with it. But I've never really looked at them. I've seen ones, in my old store and kind of looked at it before I thought about laser. But I don't mind saying I looked at it and I was like, oh, I am way too much of a wimp for this. Oh my. Oh, fantastic. So, employee of the year with Coca-Cola. That is great. I'll have to look through, Maxine. I hadn't looked. I'll be honest. I've kind of neglected the channel a bit because I'm just now starting to get back into my own because I was kind of super depressed with my whole work situation. So I've just kind of vegged out a bit, and I haven't really gotten the chance to go through YouTube very much, not as much as I usually do here recently. I'm just finally starting to come back into my own. That's actually what the video will be about that I'm releasing, well, after the live stream, is kind of on dealing with changes. You guys will have to let me know if I am boring you to tears. I try not to. You guys really have to help me through on what to talk about. And I promise I may not be very good at this now, but I'll get better as things grow and as I do it. So hopefully, hopefully one of these days I'll actually know what the hell I'm doing on this thing, but I'm still learning. And actually, the whole channel idea, even starting the channel, was actually inspired by Madison Kate. So I was so impressed with what she did, and I can't even come close to what she does. But in sharing her story, so I was like, I wanna do my part and share a little bit of mine as well. Oh gosh, me too, Maxine. I am a super Madison Kate fan. I just saw, looking actually on Twitter a few minutes ago, that she had done a little bit of about a teaser for her video tomorrow, which is going to be on gender reassignment. Um, God, I really should not be saying all that. That's up to her to make her own videos, not for me to like put this stuff in there. But I can't wait to watch it. I'll be watching it as soon as she uploads it. Did you get to watch, Maxine, her the hot sauce challenge video that she did just very recently, and then she did the bloopers and all that from it? I absolutely loved it. I was like, I felt guilty because I actually enjoyed watching the video so much, because it was like you can tell that she was absolutely miserable, and here we are finding it hilarious. But then again, she's making the video to entertain, so kind of be disrespectful if I didn't enjoy it. So, but yeah, it was a great video, fantastic channel, one of the best, I think, of the smaller YouTubers. I'm just a huge fan, and I look forward to seeing her channel will just continue to grow. So yeah, you won't have to worry. I'll never do a live stream that interrupts or that comes at the same time as Maddie. I can pretty well promise you that. So guys, help me out. Anything that you guys have? Any questions? Anything I can do? I actually get what you're talking about, Maxine. I don't have a terrible amount of graying, but I've been growing my hair out for the better part of a year. And unfortunately, I did have some thinning that started right here in the corners. Um, and I've actually been using a little bit of the Rogaine myself to see if I could kind of back it up. I mean, it's not terrible, but I can still look halfway decent. But I just never have found a wig that works for me. Maddie's, I think she does really well. I tried one, and it's a really old video, but there's a video of me trying to do a wig, and I looked absolutely terrible. It was probably the wrong kind of wig too. It was way too long. But I looked terrible. I'm currently kind of playing with the idea of doing extensions at some point in time too, but I don't know. And right now this is looking like crap falling down because I just fixed it to run out to the grocery store today because I didn't go anywhere. And then I didn't use any hairspray because it's like, what the hell? So now everything is just like wanting to fall down, and I've got this terrible helmet head with like no curl up here at all. Not that I'm that good at curling it anyway. Sorry, I run off at the mouth. I'm just so excited at the moment. I mean, with you two coming on the channel, and chatting, you know, it may sound kind of silly, but I am just so thrilled that both of you guys came on here. I just can't thank you guys enough for actually joining the live stream. It means the world to me. Maxine, what do you mean there for the most part? Oh, you mean like the Rogaine part of it, or what do you mean on that? Oh, okay. Gotcha. So are you looking then? I mean, it's none of my business. And if I ever ask anything that's too intrusive, just tell me to shut up. But so you're looking at HRT in the future? Is that what you were saying? That 45-second delay is really hard to get used to. Okay. Well, there's a lot to think about, and I'm sure that you've spent your time um, thinking over and deciding what you want to do. It's definitely I will say it's definitely an interesting experience, and you watch all the videos of people talking about, their updates. I do one every month myself, but it is such a different experience when you actually start doing it. You're really better off. Maxine, I agree with you. It's best to not be in a hurry. Make sure when you're starting, it's at, your own time and when you feel like you're ready. If that's something you decide you want to do. I got to adjust this seat a little bit. Hopefully, I don't put my head above the camera, but I feel like I'm sitting in the floor. But yeah, it's kind of hard for me to believe now. When I was starting, HRT was a big deal. I guess I am going to have to drop it. Looks like I am cutting off my head a little bit. Um, but when I first started thinking over transitioning, HRT was a really big deal for me personally. Um, and I did a lot of research before, I went into it, but it's been such a different experience from what I expected. Some things it's like, wow, it's amazing that it's happening. Some things I'm like, wow, they really could have told me that was going to happen. Because there were a few things that took me by surprise, and I wouldn't take a single bit of it back. Even the things that took me by surprise, I might take those individual things back, but not starting HRT when I did. I knew the moment was right for me, and that's the biggest thing. Oh, you're fine, Allison. No, you don't want to ignore the wife. Not a big deal at all. I said I'm just glad to have you here, so don't worry about it. Do what you have to do. I should have brought an extra soda because I swear I'm going to guzzle straight through this one. It's really bad as I forgot to put any in the fridge, so the soda that I do get will probably not be the most wonderful because don't get me wrong, no offense, Maxine. I absolutely love Coca-Cola, but oh, a hot Coca-Cola, ugh, it's pretty rough. Oh my Lord. So how's everyone's I would agree, Allison, but you probably don't want me drinking and doing a live stream. That would probably be entertaining, but I don't hold my alcohol well. I get a little goofy or a little mopey. You never know which way I'm going to go. Um, my best friend likes to tell the lovely time frame of when I got pretty drunk in Applebee's and ended up like passing out in the bathroom. And it was at Applebee's, seriously. Problem. And then I ended up passing out on the table, and I was with other friends, and she had to come and pick me up, and I threw up all over the side of her car. It was just, I don't do well being drunk. Yeah, Maxine, I would agree with you. To test drive before you commit. Well, yeah. Um, you have to kind of see what you want to do and make sure it's the right decision for you. Um, I knew it was what I wanted to do, so I did jump. But everybody has to kind of figure out what's going to work on their timetable. And, there's nothing wrong with jumping into HRT or not jumping into it if you're not ready and that's not what you're certain of. Because there are certainly changes that are happening that are irreversible. So you want to make sure, or largely irreversible. Some of them are at least partially reversible, I guess. But you want to make sure that it's really what you want before you do it. I like that. The polish on the table. Well, I did something kind of out there last night, actually. I went on my personal Facebook account and I decided that I was going to finally do a very open kind of coming out photo. Um, so I basically, as of last night, am out to everyone. And I don't know if you can see this or not. That's the photo. I have no clue what you can see on live stream, but it says, it has the photo of me and it says, in case you weren't aware, yes, I'm transgender. Um, and I kind of kept it simple and let people know, be respectful or, you know, don't be part of my channel. Part of my, not my channel, but part of my Facebook page. So it was interesting. A lot of good responses. I still haven't heard anything back from my father. So I don't know if I don't know if he's going to talk to me or not. So I guess we'll see. I got that one spot of hair that's about to drive me crazy that's falling down terrible. About to pull out a curling iron on camera. Um, Trust me, nobody wants to see me trying to curl my hair. I do a terrible job of it. So guys, do you have anything else? Anything you want to ask or talk about? I just don't want to run off constantly. Okay, I'll look you up. I'll look on there while we're doing the live stream. That'll certainly be an interesting way of doing it because, I really wasn't like sharing anything. Like in my videos, I didn't want to really share my Facebook information because everything was not out to everyone. But now I'm kind of at that point of I do not care. So I'm not going to mention where it says you're from, but hopefully I've got the right one, Maxine. So you'll have to let me know if I don't think I can send a request. It says, yeah, I'll have to look through it, Maxine, because it's not letting me send a request through. Um, Nothing like getting to see me stare down at my phone on camera. This delay is really messes with me. Colorado, yeah, that's what I saw, but it wasn't giving me an option of doing a request. I don't know why. It wouldn't let me hit the add. It wouldn't let me do add friend. It's letting me message, so I can send a message, and then if you want to send, then you want to send me something, I'll just send a quick hi, and if you want to send something, you can, and hopefully you'll let me know if I got the right account or not. So yeah, okay. So anything you guys want to talk about? Any questions, comments? This chair is really driving me crazy. It locks in and then I can't. There we go. Now I can move again. I still have separate accounts across the board. I probably will need to eventually just, if the channel grows, I'm going to look at starting a separate account. Because, you don't want to end up having that account with your family and everyone else. And then you end up getting the trolls. I've already had just a couple of trolls on the channel so far. My videos don't get enough views to get like some major amount of trolls. But, I don't want to kind of invite that to happen. It's like somebody had asked about doing an Instagram. And I may do all that in the future, but right now I just really don't know how I would do it because, well, I don't want I don't want to connect all that up with family and then comments that maybe might not be the best comments. Anyway, just ranting. Um, so yeah, if you guys have anything you want to ask or you want to comment, to talk about, let me know. Like I said before, I'm pretty much an open book. We still have a little bit of time before the live stream ends if anybody does want to chat. And then if we can start getting people to show up and start kind of figuring out how we want to do this, I may start doing live streams periodically. But hopefully I can do that by getting a few more subscribers on the channel. I'm really, really thankful for the 80 that we have, but of course I want to have more. That's more of a chance to get the word out and let people hear what we're talking about, and kind of get a better view of what life really is for a trans person. Let me look, Maxine. I'll see if I can. Yep, now I can do it. Sent. Um, okay. Block to friends of friends. Oh, do we have a friend in common that I didn't know about? Or am I just reading that incorrectly? I'm just reading it incorrectly. Awesome. I've got it on there. Now I just got to see if yep, it showed up correct. Okay. So yeah, anything in particular you guys want to talk about? I don't want to just keep running on at the mouth and boring everyone to tears. I am suffocating though in here. So I'm going to roll my sleeves up. I have a fan behind me, but I don't like to cut it on because then you end up with all that background noise and that kind of sucks. So yeah. Nothing like the view of my camera like right over my shoulder as well, where I was filming a video earlier. Plus, I never put it up. I'm terrible for just leaving my camera sitting out. So guys, let me know if there's anything you guys want to talk about, anything, any questions, any comments. Please share and let me know. Pretty well open. I'm an open book, so ask, and if it's something I can't answer, then I'll tell you I can't answer. But otherwise, generally, I usually pretty well answer. I'm not going to lie to you. Unfortunately, I have not been able to quit smoking, and I don't smoke on live streams or videos or anything like that. And it's like, oh my God, sitting there and talking, it just seems like you automatically want a cigarette. If you're watching the video after the live stream and it's recorded on here, yes, do not start it. Do not start smoking. It's a pain to quit. But yeah, it's like, oh my God, I want a cigarette, but I'm good. My lovely addictive personality. So okay, first time seeing. Well, I'm glad you came on to watch tonight. Any questions, anything at all, feel free to ask. I'm just kind of learning this as I go, so it's new to me. Okay, well, unfortunately, my whole thing, and I won't show it, but I smoke those little cigarettes that look like a straw. They're so tiny, but I need to quit because unfortunately, my doctor would not prescribe my medicine if she knew. So I kind of keep my mouth shut. Generally speaking, maybe I should edit that part out of the video. I don't know if you can even edit live streams. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, so anyway, just as a side note, like I was saying though, Allison, Maxine, you know, Feel free to ask anything that you guys want to. Let me know what you want to talk about. Please, on the videos, if you do get a chance to watch dress size, yeah, absolutely. Typically I wear a size 4. Okay. Well, I've always been that skinny bitch, so I've actually tried to gain a little bit, but my metabolism doesn't really allow for that much. Um, but yeah, like I said, anything you guys want to ask. But if you do watch any of the videos on the channel, please take a minute and comment. And if you have any ideas for subjects you'd like to do videos on, like I said, I'm not that good at doing a lot of these. And I appreciate you guys for, being here and watching, even though I'm not some amazingly talented entertainer. But yeah, if there is something that you guys would like to talk about or like to see me talk about, please let me know. Gotcha, Maxine. Well, I know, unfortunately, I have had a really bad shopping habit over the last year, and I get kind of why. I public, pardon me, publicly transitioned, so I kind of had to go and buy new clothes and put away all the boy clothes, and so unfortunately, I went on a little too much shopping this past year, and now with the whole work situation, I'm like pulling back a little bit. You guys have anything else? Any questions? Anything I can answer? Anything you want to talk about? Please do not hesitate to let me know. I amuse myself here playing with. I'm one of those nervous type of people, and I just have to um, have something that I'm playing with. So I'm here clipping a barrette, which, if you hear the clicking sound. Yeah, I'm getting there, Maxine. I'm getting to the point to where I have more clothes than I probably should. Um, and not to mention, I'm terribly impulsive. I mean, it's the middle of winter. I live in Ohio, and I've been buying dresses. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Ari, why are you buying dresses? So it's like, it's too cold. You can't wear them out. That's why I'm kind of in one for the video, because I'm like, well, I love this dress and I don't get the opportunity to wear it. So I'll just wear it today for recording a video and then doing a live stream. Unfortunately, I do have to wear like this with it because I don't have a strapless bra. So I kind of end up showing the straps on the sides really bad. So I use a little sweater to cover, but I've really got to buy something. Yes, Maxine, very much so. That's like what I'm excited about. I bought probably the last couple of weeks, I bought at least 4 new dresses that I have never gotten the opportunity to wear. So I can't wait for the whole spring and summer so that I can wear something that I actually enjoy rather than the pants all the time. Of course, right now I'm pretty much just around the house because, I'm not leaving every day for work. So I guess I can wear them around the house, but it's kind of irritating. Ah, gotcha. Well, unfortunately, I kind of have to wear something because even though I'm not big chested, I'm just an A cup. Um, one of the things about when you're going through that little growth spurt is, let's just say it doesn't matter what the temperature is. My chest thinks that it's about -10 regardless. And I'll let you infer from that what you will. But definitely does not look good when I go out. As I say to my best friend, I'm afraid that I'll have to scoot between someone and cut someone in half. Yeah, I'm with you, Allison. I have like the tiniest closet in here. This is one of the bedrooms that I use as an office, and the closet is super tiny. And then I have another closet in the other bedroom that it still kind of has the boy stuff in it that I haven't gotten put away yet. No, Maxine, it definitely does not look great. Um, it looks a little bit scary when I don't wear one. I look terrible. It's like I'm just glad to finally have anything, starting to show up. I was starting to wonder, and my chest was one of the biggest areas for dysphoria for me. So having anything actually starting up has just, my God, it's been such a relief. So, as I tell my friends, I eventually want to probably do a boob job, but we'll see whether or not, how much grows naturally. As of now, I am very much so a proud member of what I call the itty bitty titty committee. So hopefully eventually that won't be the case. Oh, it doesn't look good for me, Maxine. Unfortunately, I'm at that stage where I look more like a 13-year-old walking around without a bra. So it's just not a good look. So I definitely keep it with the bra and the padding, which this has got very, very little padding in it, but it kind of helps me because it did when I was at work, because that would be really bad for leaning up against the file cabinet and where everything is tender and it feels like you've got a rock, that tissue that's forming. And it would light you up. I mean, if you leaned up against, it was like, oh my God. And yeah, now I have on camera once again of me like grabbing my boobs, but never mind. But yeah, so I definitely do not go out braless. I don't want to end up looking bad. Well, yeah, I mean, maybe with any luck, Maxine, that'll happen for you. I'm kind of hoping that mine will continue to grow. I'm not big. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm pretty happy that this is where I'm at for, just under 7 months on HRT. So I can't really complain. I mean, I've done okay, I think. So I'm pretty well happy with what's developed. But yeah, I probably will in the future. I've already looked at this year. Originally, was the plan. The plan was once I reached that 1 year mark, I wanted to start looking if my doctors will sign off, if my therapist will sign off at doing top surgery. So that was a big thing. So I'm still not. I still haven't given up on that, but obviously it's been sort of complicated with my work situation. So I just kind of have to hope something will work out and see. Anything else, guys? We're down to, I think, like the last 9 minutes of the live stream. And anything you guys want to chit chat about, any questions that you have at all, please, let me know. Um, also, if you comment on any of the videos or send me any messages, let me know when live streams work best for you. I'm pretty open, at least for the next couple of months, because I'm just going to be at home sitting on my tuchus because I'm on leave from work because of job elimination, position elimination. So, um, Yeah, let me know what time frames you guys think works best on live streams. I thought I'd try 6 o'clock. Um, Maybe I should do a little bit later in the future. I don't know. But yeah, if you guys do have anything else for these last few minutes, please let me know. I don't know why I keep grabbing for this. I have like literally nothing left in the can. I drink way too much Coca-Cola. I think I should own stock in the company, Maxine, because I'm constantly drinking a Coke. Sure, that's really healthy for me, but you know. Yeah, I kind of figure maybe I'll try another day, maybe this week when there's no Super Bowl going on. I honestly forget about it. My mother had to remind me that it was Super Bowl because I'm not very sports savvy. So yeah. But with any luck, maybe we'll try the live stream again later this week and see if we can get some more viewers. What do you guys think, Allison, Maxine? What do you guys think of the time frame? Are we, or at least Maxine? I think it's just me and you now. Um, what do you think about the 6 o'clock time frame? Do you think that's too early, too late? What do you think? What I'll probably do is when the live stream is over, I'll go ahead and schedule in another one for later in the week. That way, anybody that does happen to stumble across the channel will have a little bit of time to see. Um, I don't know when I'll do it. I may do it. I may look at Thursday, but I want to make sure that I'm not like interrupting anyone else's. Um, because I have no clue. I thought I know Maddie does hers. I think on Sunday, I believe. Oh, got you. So 6 p.m. is a little bit on the early side for when I'm doing it on your side. So maybe I need to do 7 or 7:30 might be better. Oh, thank you, Maxine. I appreciate that. So maybe I'll try 7:30. That might be a better time than 7:30 my time, which is still Eastern Standard Time. And maybe that'll work better for anybody on the channel to be able to have an opportunity to join. So I'm not typically this boring. 7:30. Okay. So Maxine, since it works for you and you are the one quickly on the channel, so 7:30 is what we'll shoot for the next time. And I'm probably going to do one maybe Thursday. Might be something. Um, Eastern 2 hours difference. Yeah, I forget because I've lived in Eastern Standard Time my entire life. I went from Virginia to Ohio, so I tend to forget on time frames and on this whole thing with time zones. I'm bad for thinking of that. I'm glad you pointed it out because I would have never thought about how early I was making it for some people. So I'll probably look. I'll schedule it for Thursday the 8th at 7:30. So that's what I'll do. Sounds good. So that's what we'll plan for. Well, Maxine, do you have anything else you want to do? Or I'm gonna probably get ready and wrap things up, and I'll get this scheduled so I can get the new video out. I'm gonna record a few more over the next few days, but I can sometimes it takes me a little time to get things edited. I did this one earlier today, so I'll be in the same outfit I'm in right now. Um, but oh, thank you, Maxine. It was great chatting with you too. I really appreciate that you joined the channel tonight. And even though I know Alyssa's already, left, thank you to, or Allison. I'm so sorry about that, Allison. But Allison has already left. But thank you for joining as well. I really appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, if there's nothing else, my little thing on my videos, and I'll still go by it, is my Kesha quote, which is "Don't let the bastards get you down." One of my favorite quotes of all time. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Love you guys. Thanks for joining on the live stream tonight. See you later.